Going on YouTube? My name is Pablo and I'm a car addict. Thank you for tuning in on this video. Haven't brought you guys a video in some time, but I'm back. Weather is nice, hoping to get a nice drive. And yeah, I wanted to actually bring you guys a little, well, first of all, a POV drive of the SRT, and second of all, I wanted to give you guys my opinion on how well does a Jeep SRT handle. I think that's probably a question for a lot of you guys that are maybe looking into getting one of these cars, or you know, have one of these cars and track it and all that stuff. So definitely wanted to just explore that. But before I do any of that, I think it's important for me to give you guys a little bit of a background of where I am drawing my comparisons from. I always drove, you know, lower to the ground cars. I had my first car was a VW R32 back in 2004. Then I went on to an E46 M3, and then an E39 M5, and then I also had the little clown shoe, the BMW M Coupe. All very good, fun cars. And I learned how to drive on a nice RS6 coming up over here. It's beautiful. I learned how to drive on a E36 M3 on my brother's 1999 E36 M3. So yeah, I've always driven low to the ground cars. Always did suspension work to them, and you know, made them handle really well. But also I was always in New York, so I feel like that I was always kind of conscious of potholes and all that stuff. So anyway, so yeah, how does the Jeep handle? I think it handles pretty damn good, honestly. For me, it kind of feels like a taller sedan in a way. I compare it to the E39 M5 that I had, just in terms of, you know, body feel when you take turns, when you know, get out of corners. It's very, very balanced. I feel like this car is very, very balanced from the factory, and I don't feel like I have to do any suspension work to it to really, you know, get the best out of it in terms of comfort and performance. And it also helps in these modern cars that you have, you know, automatic mode, sport mode, which I put it in sport mode right now, track mode, all those things. You know, back in the day, all those cars really didn't come with anything except, you know, traction control. So yeah, I just feel like this car does everything really well in terms of handling. And it also goes to say, obviously, you're not going to have a good handling car suspension wise if you don't have, you know, good brakes and also good tires. I mean, that kind of goes hand in hand. In terms of the brakes, I love them. They're the Brembo brakes. I don't know what size they are, but they stop really, really well. I've had my little close encounters here in the city driving, and I'm always able to slam on the brakes and maneuver and get out of any uncomfortable situation safely. So the brakes definitely help in terms of how the car handles. One thing I don't love is the tires. Right now the car is on the factory tires that I bought the car with. The car has 11,000 miles, and it comes with the, or at least it was sold to me with the Pirelli Scorpion. Sorry, so many bumps around here. With the Pirelli Scorpion run flats, which I've never been a huge fan of run flat tires. I feel like they don't handle as well. I feel like they are heavier, which means that you're going to burn a little bit more gas with them. And quite literally, I'm trying to, you know, burn the rubber off of them as fast as I can so I could get another set of tires, whether it be like some all seasons. I'm actually not familiar with what kind of tires are available in these sizes, whether it be Continentals or Michelins. or any other kind of tire you guys are running. I would love to hear if you guys can drop a comment down below on what kind of tires you guys are running on this car, because I'm definitely looking to upgrade in the near future. Like I said, I'm trying to drive this thing as hard as I can to get through the tire so I can do another set of tires. You know, being that the car is brand new, I feel like I don't want to just splurge on a set of tires just for the hell of it. I'd rather, you know, run through these, and then it's probably what I'm doing is illegal, but I'm sorry guys. I want to burn through these first, and then you know, get another set of all seasons which I can just have that are not run flats, because run flats, you know, I feel like when I first, you know, pull off at a light, I get a little bit of a floaty sensation. I don't feel like the car sticks as I'm used to a car sticking off the line. And I think that's the tires more so than anything, because the suspension, you know, I feel like Jeep did a marvelous job at setting this car up from the factory with, you know, the suspension and the brakes 100%. But at least the dealership that sold the car to me sent it over with, you know, run flats, which I'm just really not a big fan of. I've always run Continentals, what are they called, the DWSs, which have always been really good, and also Michelins, which for me are just completely worth it. You spend a little bit more on the Michelins, but you get a phenomenal tire, which is just awesome and predictable, and they run forever. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your guys' experience with whether it be a Jeep SRT, a Trackhawk, Charger, Challenger, any Mopar car that you guys may have that you've maybe taken to the track or you drive in the city. I'd be curious to hear your guys' experience with this car and how it handles, for sure. Trying to get on the highway, the back way over here, to get a little bit of driving, and let's see if I can do it. Yeah, this on-ramp over here is usually nice and clear. I'm hoping for that right now. Like all this bobbing and weaving on these cars is really fun, and the car handles really well, and it's not only on a straight line. I feel like anytime I've taken a curve or a tight curve, you know, 50, 60, 70 miles an hour, it's really predictable, and it doesn't, you know, it's not floaty. It you know, the car just kind of dials in and goes. Not sure if you guys maybe own these cars like in the mountain roads, but if you do, let me know what you guys experience. I definitely love to drive this car upstate in the mountains of New York, and there's a lot of like hairpin style driving up there, and mountains and roads, and it always just really handles well. I've never felt out of control. I've never felt sorry if there's a lot of background noise, just so much freaking bumps on these roads. I've never felt out of control of the car at all, even in the rain, hydroplaning, in the snow. The car has snow mode, which is helpful. Obviously the car is very comfortable on road trips, on a straight road, very comfortable. I feel like I have the space. And again, I would compare it to the E39 M5 that I had as a tall version of it. Let's see if I can get through this real quick. Come on, boy. Yeah, I feel like the car doesn't handle, I mean, yeah, it's an SUV, obviously, but I feel like it doesn't handle like one, as crazy as that sounds. I have gotten some comments about guys that, want to get one of these cars and just wanted more opinions about different things. And I think that, when you get one of these cars, you want a car that's fast, that's comfortable, that handles well, that just does everything well. Minus the gas mileage. Obviously gas mileage sucks, but that's just kind of what you get when you get one of these cars. Otherwise, if you guys are against the fence, I always say go out and drive one. If your friend has one, ask them to drive it so you guys can feel the car, how it feels. When I bought this car back in 2020, the pandemic, I really didn't have expectations about how the car was going to drive or about loving it as much as I do. I just kind of wanted something that was a little bit more low-key than what I had, that I could drive, back and from work. Now, I'm not low-key at all. I have crazy loud exhaust, and I want to do more work to it. Obviously, that's how it goes. But suspension work is not something I think that I would do. In my previous cars, I did coilover kits and springs and sway bars and polyurethane bushings and etc., etc. Yeah, these cars handled on rails, but at the price of being less comfortable. When you do those things, the car is yes, more solid, but at being more solid, especially here in the city, you get more bumps, you get more noises, you have to do more lubrication of the bushings, and it's just kind of added maintenance, which at this point in my life I'm just not willing to deal with. But on the contrary, you get one of these cars, or I'm sure any of these modern cars nowadays, and you get a really well-equipped car, completely comfortable, handles well, brakes well. The only thing that I would say is about the tires, which I really, really hope that I can get through these tires quickly this summer in order to, get some more sticky all seasons. I wouldn't run summers just because I do, like to drive the car in the winter time as well. But yeah, man, drop some comments down below if you guys have any more questions or want me to do any other videos. If you have any questions about the suspension or my opinion about the suspension or how it drives, how it handles, how it brakes, I'm happy to interact with you guys. It gives me a lot of motivation to see you guys comment and subscribe. Yeah, just makes me want to do more videos and bring you guys more valuable information about these cars and about my experience driving them. So yeah, almost at my destination, so I think I will cut the video off here because there's really not a lot more driving to be done that's not full of traffic and lights. So if you guys found value in this video, please smash up those like buttons, consider subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Keeps me motivated, keeps me excited to drive. And take care, guys. Happy driving. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Be safe. Have fun. And I'll see you guys on another video. Take care.